Hello, Farmer Black back at you. Another video. I know I sent out one time what is the Farmer Black soil enhancement, and I showed you the chickens and my compost, but I've never done the worms. That's actually, this process is just about this bin. You see a few, I don't know if you can barely see a few pieces of banana peelings left. But this is actually one tier, and you basically water the worms. I have a little net to keep the worms from going down in. This is the worm tea. Worm tea is just basically when I water this to keep this moist, it just saturate down into this pan here, and you can just use that for watering putting that as another amenity for your plants. But let's get right to it. All the things you really need, and that product is called a hot frog. You don't need a lot of space. It's called a hot frog. As you can see, here's another tier. And basically all I'm using, that's a cocoa block, a tub full of cocoa block that's been moistened already. Peat moss for your bedding. The worms will actually eat the cocoa block. Table scraps. I actually prefer most times it's just banana peel and shredded up newspaper. So you shred your newspaper up. You need so it's called a soil, that particular brand is called a Soil Master, which basically, I'm gonna turn it, what helps, you can check your alkalinity and your acidity. But check your pH, that's basically your pH, how moist you have your soil, how dry it is in the light. You always want to keep it in between. As you can see, that's fairly dry. I just basically added just enough of water in this to soak up in that cocoa block. So I'm about to add water. As I add my ingredients, which the ingredients are simple. Like I say, I'll put shredded newspaper, half and half, one cocoa block to about a pound of peat moss for my bedding, and place that into my container and put it in, moisten it, put it on top, and the worms would actually channel up. If you can see the holes in it, the worms will actually channel up after they eaten everything in the first tier. They'll come down and start eating up everything in this, and what's remaining is your soil enhancement, all natural. As you can see how dark it is. Great for starting like your seedlings. If you're just starting out your whatever crop. Some call it in a certain area, they call it black gold. But this is actually what vermiculture is. It eats up all of the newspaper. This was full of newspaper. And what's left is your castings. There's another piece of banana peeling. And you just eat all that up. There go a little piece of the newspaper there. Shredded up newspaper. The worms actually eat all that up, and what you left is the castings. And that's the processing. You have to look at my other videos. Farmer Black soil enhancement. Go to my website, farmerblackvistaprint.com, and just you'll see the other items. Like I say, the chicken. What makes this different? Because I add chicken manure, processed chicken manure with yard scraps, grass clippings, leaves, dried up leaves, and I'll just let that compost over time, and I add all that and let the worms, that's just more food for the worms. Okay, thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please follow me on YouTube. Thank you so much. Farmer Black signing out. Bye.